Hello ladies and gents, I'm here with THRIFTSKATE and today I'm going to teach you how to hippy hop. So in this video we're going to go over a specific kind of hop. Not this hop, not this hop, certainly not this kind of hop. If this is a hippy jump, then we're going to learn how to hippy hop. So I've seen this trick done by other people in the past. I'm not exactly sure what to call it, so I kind of just nicknamed it that and hope it might stick with some people. Essentially, you're just hopping on one foot while carving and spinning in a circle. In order to learn this trick, I think it's really important to do it with your dominant leg, because it's just easier to not only jump and land with the dominant, but also be able to spin and actually be able to balance on that foot. And because you're spinning in a 360-degree circle, you can start either facing forwards or facing backwards. Keep in mind, if you start jumping, if you're facing forward, you're gonna land forward. And if you start backwards, you're gonna start backwards. When you're first learning, you probably just want to immediately start jumping and trying to attempt the 360. But I think it's good to condition your leg first and kind of get used to the general motion of jumping on one foot. What you do is you're literally facing forward, but you're just jumping on the left to the right side of the board and carving while you do it. So that way you're used to the carve on the one leg. Get used to holding it for a little bit instead of just just a quick almost survival jumping. You want to make sure that when you're landing you actually have some control, because that's what's going to give you the confidence to be able to jump and spring and be able to land it again. Once you have your dominant leg, you're good going forward, then you're going to switch it up and you're going to face backwards and get used to doing the exact same motion but rolling backwards. Once you're comfortable doing both those, it's a matter of just putting it all together into one fluid motion. So I'm regular, so when I'm going down the hill or going straight forward, I'm like this. And so I find I'm pretty good at riding backwards. I find it easier to start facing backwards and then landing backwards, but it's not required. And so my right leg is my dominant, and so if I'm doing what I just said, starting backwards and landing backwards, I'll be here near the front, pivot that foot over, and then, oh my goodness, jump, and then jump again, and then catch that. Keep in mind that that could literally be the exact same motion where you start forward and face forward. When I land, I usually cross my foot, kind of Peter Pan to catch myself. Or you could ride it off switch or regular, however you want to do it. Make sure that you land it in some way. Put your other foot on the ground to catch yourself. So you might be wondering, once you kind of get that 360 jumping mechanism done, you're feeling confident. You're like, all right, what's next? What's next is how many jumps can you do? So once you kind of get over that 360, instead of going to the Peter Pan or just putting your other foot down, you can keep jumping. Essentially do a 540 or 720 or whatever, how many jumps you want to do. So what I found kind of hard, because it's almost like a combo trick. You're jumping on a trampoline or something. Is when I'd finish getting the couple jumps in there, my mind would kind of freak out, oh, we're gonna keep going. But what actually really helped me was just tricking my brain that I'm starting the trick from scratch, from the very beginning, essentially. So, if I'm starting backwards, start with my foot, with facing backwards, jump forwards, then backwards again. Once I'm in that backwards position, I'm like, oh, I'm just starting the trick all over again. instead of like, oh shit, I'm going for the next jump. It's just, oh no, I'm just starting over. And the mental psychology of that actually really helps, and it kind of doesn't psych you out. I'd say some common issues that people might have, or maybe, oh, there's a bald eagle. There's 2 of them. What in the America? Where I was going with that is people might have trouble putting the 2 together, going from backwards to forwards or forwards to backwards. And bro, there is a hawk. Mother Nature is out today, bro. So what you could do is practice literally just that. Either jumping only from forward to backwards or backwards to forwards. You know, it's essentially just taking the trick and just dissecting it into its equal parts. So going back to what I initially said is like, it's good to practice jumping, facing forwards, just back and forth, left and right carving, and then facing backwards doing the exact same thing. And then put it all together, you can just practice the individual. You know, I'm just gonna work on facing forwards, landing backwards, and just holding that and see what happens. And then you can just, you know, step off. And putting the opposite as well. The thing about what's cool about this trick though is it's a trick, but it's also like single leg balancing, which is like actually applicable to life. So it's not just like something, you know, just a random trick you learn. Like, this is something that you can carry you into other forms of longboarding, whether you realize it or not. It's just literally getting good at single leg balancing as well as single leg carving, which I think is like super underrated, just having that control, especially for dancing. I think that kind of wraps it up. I don't really have much else to say off the top of my head. So yeah, skate safe, have fun learning this one. You know, feel free to comment or message me or whatever if you have any questions on how to accomplish this thing. Hope this inspired you to get outside and freaking longboard. Summer's coming, so get out there and practice, boy. Catch you on the flip.